So in my last video, I mentioned that I wasn't sure if there would be any queer representation in the new horse pack, but I was pleasantly surprised there actually is a bit of queer representation. So today in this video, we're going to be looking at the lore in the new Sims 4 Horse Ranch, as well as the representation and how well fleshed out is it. So I want to start by looking at all of the pre-made Sims. There aren't that many, but I do like the ones we have. First off, let's look at the Grove family. I was a little bit disappointed. This is like the only family with like kids and stuff, and they have one kid. I don't know, it's just sad that in this whole pack there's only like one child. I mean, Rin is cool, but like, come on now. So this is the Grove family. We have Umber and Juniper, and then their kid Rin, and we also have an adult horse, Luna, and a foal, Starbright. So from the description, we see that Umber and Juniper became childhood sweethearts when Umber would serenade Jupiter with odes to her equestrian prowess after taking horse riding lessons from his mother. So Juniper is more into horses. Like, Juniper has the horse lover and rancher traits. Umber is more romantic and family oriented. When Umber's parents passed away, he took on the family ranch to honor his native heritage, and his sister Sienna became the horse trainer in town. So this is Sienna over here. She has her horse. She's a horse trainer. So they say like he took over the family ranch to honor his native heritage, but we really don't see almost anything else about that native heritage. Like, the game is not specific about what tribe is he from, what is his native heritage, you know? And it's also really disappointing to me that there are no, like, Indigenous elders in this pack. Like, they just say his parents passed away, but I'll show you in a second. Like, we don't have any record of his parents. There's no extended family. It's just his sister. There's no, like, grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, any of that, which just seems weird to me. The only Indigenous characters that we have are Sienna and I guess Umber, and from how they're designed, it seems like Juniper is meant to be native too, but we don't have any information about that. There really needs to be more for this to actually be like good representation. It needs to actually represent like native culture and also like a specific culture instead of just flattening the whole thing. But let me not get ahead of myself. I'll go into that later. They also have a son, Rin, who has a passion for animals and is training Starbright, the foal of Umber's childhood rescue horse, Luna. Let's go to their farm and check them out. So here's the family. They have a nice little farm. I mean, the builds in this pack are really good. They look very nice. I definitely appreciate it. But there's not like a ton of lore in here. Especially, I thought that maybe like since they made these Sims to be like native, I thought that maybe there would be like cultural things in here, but there's not really that I could tell. Maybe this is supposed to be a family member over here, I guess. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I think these are just like the general pictures that exist in the game, but maybe those are supposed to be family members. I mean, that would make sense. Probably whoever built this was just working with what they had. I think this might be, let me see. So yeah, this over here is the Harmonious Sage Candle Tray. It says, this homemade candle with Palo Santo and sage brings a soft light to your space. Okay, so apparently Palo Santo is native to Peru, Ecuador, and other South American countries. So are they supposed to be like indigenous to that region? Because I don't know, I guess I just assumed this was like a sort of American Wild West type thing, but maybe not. If this pack is meant to take place in like South America, there's not really any indications of that. I mean, I would love to have a pack in any South American context. We like don't really have any except for one Vacation World from Jungle Adventure, which is not great. Isn't sage a more North American thing? I don't know, y'all will have to let me know if this makes sense. They don't give any specifics about their like native heritage or like what that is, and like you can't really just flatten all native and indigenous cultures into one thing. Like there's so many different things you can't just do that. So I feels like that's what they're doing here. Maybe I'm missing something. I don't know. Speaking of, now that we're in build mode, let's look. There's like 2 other items that have some sort of indigenous significance. This is the pottery bowl with sacred medicines. It has sweetgrass, sage, and Palo Santo, which are special to the native Sims of Chestnut Ridge. I mean, I guess maybe they're trying to do like a not real world thing. Like maybe they're trying to make like a fantasy native group that's specifically from Chestnut Ridge and that doesn't correlate to like real world groups. It doesn't feel like this was well researched though. And if they were going to do that, they would need to flesh it out a lot more. I'm not sure that them trying to create their own group would even be a good idea, but we would need to like these vague references aren't cutting it, you know? I mean, it's cool. There's a bowl with like sacred medicines and stuff, but I don't know. And then we also have this, a ceramic unity jug. So the ceramic unity jug, crafted by local indigenous artisans. This jug celebrates unity and devotion through its two handles that double as spouts. I feel like the descriptions for a lot of the like building stuff are usually longer than this, right? Like the ones, these are supposed to represent like indigenous culture or whatever, but they have very short and not very descriptive descriptions. See, like most of these are longer, right? This wagon, even this like basket. I actually didn't notice this before. This does talk about like basket weaving. I don't know if this is representative of any like real world basket weaving styles, but it does say basket weaving has been passed down for generations, preserving the art of hand making a container utilitarian enough to hold water and beautiful enough to honor those who came before us. I don't know, it's just so vague. There's not any like real history being given here. It just seems like a lot of the like joke descriptions are longer than these ones for these like important items, you know? I do very much wonder like if they actually worked with native consultants for this. I'm not sure if this Unity jug is based on something specific. Like I'm not finding anything when I search for Unity jug. But yeah, again, if you have any more insight in any of this, let me know. But that's really all I could find in build mode that hints at any sort of like lore, history, or indigenous representation. There are a few things I missed in the original video, so I just wanted to add them in here. This is base game rather than from the Horse Ranch pack, so that's partly why I didn't really include in my original review. But we did get these base game hairstyles that are meant for like indigenous sims. So we have this one, the long straight hair, and we have one long braid, and then we have the two braids beside the head. Those are the new hairstyles we got in base game. And then the other things I wanted to look at have to do with food. I'm hoping a welcome party will show up soon because that's what I wanted to look at. But the other thing is, this is base game. We got a new recipe. It's only on the grill though, not on the fridge. I'm not sure what level you need to be to see it. Here we have Three Sisters chili. It is 30 simoleons. It's about average for the grilled stuff. And it says, in Native American tradition, the three sisters are corn, beans, and squash. They grow best together in the same plot. The eldest sister, corn, provides a strong foundation for the beans to climb. The beans enrich the soil with nitrogen. The youngest sister, squash, covers the ground, protecting all of their roots. I think it would have been kind of cool if they had like implemented this in the gameplay. Like they really should have included squash in this pack, I feel like. But it would have been cool if like you could grow the three of them together in a plot. Also, the optional ingredients are onion and tomato. None of those are the three sisters. I don't know. Do we even have corn in this game? It just seems kind of weird to have Three Sisters chili and then we literally don't even have any of the ingredients. Like they should have added the ingredients, but whatever. I mean, it's cool. It's cool that we have it, but yeah, this is base game though. It's not from this pack, so. And then we have Pan de Campo. I think that probably comes with the pack. You'll see, I'll go ahead and cook the Three Sisters chili. But if a welcome wagon ever shows up, I'm pretty sure that's what they bring you instead of fruitcake. And I did like having that aspect of it. Like, we get fruitcake in pretty much every world, but it makes sense that they wouldn't be bringing around fruitcake here. It actually seems like the Three Sisters chili is maybe just treated like the other chili, because the other chili uses like onion and tomato too. But this does have its own sprite. Let's see when she puts it down. So here's the Three Sisters chili. I mean, it looks pretty good. We'll eat some while we wait for the welcome wagon, if they ever come. I feel like the welcome wagon always comes when you don't want them. I couldn't get the welcome wagon to show up. I tried it with that sim, and then I even made like a new sim and tried it in a different neighborhood, and it still didn't work. So I just made the Pan de Campo myself. This is what they bring you, like if the welcome wagon actually works. In Chestnut Ridge, this is what they'll bring instead of fruitcake, but I don't think they really get points for that if it doesn't work. Also, I found out that the Three Sisters chili it's like a level 1 recipe. Also, we have some new ones, wild nut soup. I'm not sure if these are from the base game or from this pack. We also have bison stew. I think the other stuff was already things that we had. But yes, there are a few new recipes, particularly on the grill, which makes sense because there's these grills all around. But I don't know why the welcome wagon didn't work. If it did, they would have brought me pan de campo. But yeah, okay, back to the original footage. So let's go look at them and create a sim. Actually, before we do that, let's look at their family tree. So it mentions Umber's parents, but we don't even have that in the family tree. I just feel like that would have been a good touch. And these two, it says that like that Sienna is Umber's sister, but they're not even connected like in the family tree because they didn't bother, programming in their family or anything. Let's look at their relationships. They do both know Don Gooseman and Roberto Crinkletop. And here's the thing is like, see, both of these are elders, but they're, as far as I can tell, they're like white men. That's just weird. Like, why are all the elders white people? Umber is like friends with them. I don't know if there's any special sentiments. I don't think any of these families were played at all outside of Create a Sim. See how their relationship is? That's just that's the minimum possible relationship to be married. They do have some sentiments. They're both smitten with each other, so that's cute. And even Umber's relationship with his sister, it's pretty, like, they're not technically that close according to the game. They do have some sentiments. So Umber's sentiments about Sienna, friends in a time of loss, I assume that's from their parents. Again, it would have been nice to like have any information about their parents or how they died or what they were like. There could be like their parents' gravestone. They're not even that close. They're all just like baseline. Ren, okay, they're both adoring of each other. Juniper is impressed by Roberto. So Roberto is like the mysterious farmer. I'll get to him later. Or a mysterious rancher, maybe. So Juniper's impressed by him. Sienna, oh, that's cool. Okay, so Jupiter and Sienna do have some sentiments. They're deeply connected and closer from happy memories. Ren apparently has gotten some friendly advice from his mom, and Juniper is adoring of him. Oh yeah, this is actually kind of funny. So Ren has a really negative relationship with Marissa. Now, we don't actually know what's happened, but apparently Ren feels guilty about something and Marissa is furious. So I kind of imagine, I don't know, he like played a prank on her or something because they're neighbors. They do have good compatibility, but apparently that didn't help. So I imagine there was like some prank or something, but we don't really get any specifics on like what exactly happened. But it does feel fitting for like a kid to, maybe get on the neighbor's nerves sometimes. Ren is also deeply connected with Roberto and impressed by him. So, I mean, there's like some connection here. I don't know if we ever really know what exactly it is, but it's there. And Ren feels closer from happy memories with his aunt, and she's adoring of him. And yeah, okay, I think that's all of the friendships and stuff like that. Oh yeah, also their skills. So Ren has level 7 horse riding, level 1 charisma. Juniper has several skills, including fitness, gardening, handiness, and horse riding. And Umber has gourmet cooking, guitar, and cooking. So he likes to cook and play guitar. Now let's go into Create a Sim. Something nice in this pack, they did actually like give pronouns for all of the Sims in previous ones. They would like only put pronouns for the trans Sims in their families, which was kind of weird. At least now like everyone seems to have them. Both Juniper and Umber are like cis and straight. Juniper does have a deeper voice, which is actually nice to see. Some diversity in like how people are, Ren, well, you can't do customized options for like kids. Personally, I definitely headcanon Ren as like non-binary. I can definitely see it. They do have a few like likes and dislikes. We can actually see the horses in here as well. It does have, horses can have family dynamics. What? That's kind of fun. I don't know if this is just like, if it was meant to be like this, but it does have that Luna is Starbright's mother, and we can set a family dynamic. I don't know if it works on horses. Oh yeah, Juniper also has like a tough walk, which is interesting. Let's see. I'm just looking through the outfits to see if there's anything interesting. I mean, this hairstyle is kind of interesting. The hairstyle change. The outfits are nice. There's some good stuff in Create a Sim. Like, I really like Juniper's outfit. I mean, this is very cute. I really wish items in Create a Sim could have, like, a description like they do in build mode. Like, is there some significance to these pieces of jewelry? I don't know, because there's not really any way to, like, see. But, oh, this is really pretty. Yeah, I wish there was, like, cultural information about stuff in Create a Sim. I'm not going to give my opinion on, like, how representative and stuff the Create a Sim items are, because I don't know. I'm not an expert. But I would be very interested to hear what other people think. That's cute. I noticed on swimwear, she does have some stretch marks and a tattoo, which is cool. I like that they're adding some stretch marks. Rin is so cute. I kind of want to play as Rin, to be honest. Okay, I don't know about these other outfits. The everyday outfit's cute. These are just kind of boring, the rest of them. But I also, like, there just aren't very many assets for kids, so that's partially why. Alright, well, I think that's all we can figure out from Create a Sim. So yeah, that is the only, like, family from this pack. I really wish there were more kids for Rin to play with, and I really wish there was more intergenerational stuff. And there should definitely be Indigenous elders. Like, why do their parents need to be dead? I don't really get that, but okay. And there's not even, like, there's not really, like, evidence of their parents existing. This is supposed to be their parents' ranch, right? Umber's parents' ranch. Like, I don't see any indication of that. They could have, like, I don't know, they could have made, like, a graveyard or something, right? Next, let's go look at Umber's sister, Sienna. Alright, Sienna lives over here with her horse, Flapjack. Let's look at the bio. She's a multiple-time Ultimate Horse Championship winner with her horse, Flapjack. Sienna's happy to share her Indigenous wisdom. Again, they just say Indigenous wisdom. What do you mean by that? What wisdom? It's not in here. It's not in this pack. Like, that's the same thing they did with Umber, where they're like, his native heritage. And then Sienna's like, her Indigenous wisdom. Like, that's not representation. You have to give us more than that. That's not enough. You have to, that has to exist in the game and not just as, like, half a phrase in their bio. Trains horses to be skilled competitors. After her parents passed and her brother took the family ranch, she began training and competing full-time. Also, that's weird. Why? That is so shady. Her parents passed and her brother took over the family ranch, and then what? She just had to go, like, find somewhere else to live? I feel like, why couldn't she live I mean, I get, like, yes, I get wanting your space, but come on now. Sims, let's have a little bit more complex family structures here. Why are they doing the whole, like, oh, nuclear family must be in the same house, and Sienna is not part of their nuclear family, so she has to live over here. Like, what? And she runs the equestrian center. Okay. Yeah. So she'll, like, if you go to the equestrian center, you, like, see her there working and stuff. I don't know. That's just shady to me. Maybe she wanted to live by herself, but, like, just, like, I would expect some sort of bad feelings if he just, like, took over the ranch and kicked her off or something. I don't know. Anyways, let's go look at their household. Okay, so here's Sienna and her horse, Flapjack. Again, like, they've won stuff together. They've won competitions together, but they barely have a relationship. I don't know. I feel like there could have been something else here. But yeah, her relationships are pretty shallow too. She has some connection with Roberto. It does say, awed by life-saving hero. Roberto literally saved Sienna from the clutches of death. Sienna is grateful and amazed. I wish I knew what that was about. Like, that's cool, but I don't think there's really any information about, like, what he did. That's cool, I guess. But, like, what happened? Are we gonna get that from somewhere? I don't know. Again, we have Don Gooseman. Oh my goodness. We have so many. Like, why? Could there not have been, like, a Indigenous elder and not, like, a white dude that she could have this close relationship with? Like, I don't know. They have a lot of sentiments, even though they're not very close friends, but okay. They're deeply connected. She's impressed by Dawn, closer from happy memories. Oh, he's impressed by Sienna also. Okay. Well, at least it's not, like, one-sided. We don't really know anything about their, like, history or anything. For skills, she has a little bit of fitness, charisma, and horse riding, of course. Flapjack actually has, like, high skills, so at least they did that. And because of that, you can see Flapjack is, like, worth a lot more, although I don't think she would sell Flapjack, but, you know. It does say no competitions won, which, again, like, it says in the bio that they did win competitions. I don't know if that's not possible to cheat, but it feels kind of weird to be that way. I don't know. It just feels very shallow. I don't think I've, like, played around in this house. I don't think I saw anything that seemed particularly noteworthy. There is this, which you'd think would have, like, some, like, significance for her Indigenous heritage or wisdom or whatever they said. But the description just says, this tapestry hand-woven from natural fibers depicts the wonders of the land where the Mustangs roam. Not really getting a ton from that. Yeah, and there's, like, some different swatches. Yeah, I would say most of these just look, I mean, some of these might have some, like, cultural significance. Who is this? This isn't a pre-made sim. It's just since I'm playing as the horse trainer, a new horse trainer, like, spawned or whatever. But yeah, this is the place where, like, Sienna works. This is the equestrian center. You can rescue horses, purchase horses, do horse training. And you can also enter competitions. For some reason, we can only compete in the beginner ones, even though Flapjack is supposed to like have already won the Ultimate Horse Championship, but okay. I haven't actually played around with this that much, but it's interesting. Let's go look at Sienna and create a sim and see if there's anything of note in there. Sienna has she, her pronouns, no gender customization, sexual orientation. She does appear to be like bi or pan, so that's cool. Though it's kind of how most sims start out, but they did like, most sims wouldn't have these boxes checked, and they would check as you interact with people. So the fact that both are checked means like someone made a concerted choice to make her bi or pan or whatever. So I mean, you know, all right, points for that. Oh, that's such a pretty dress. Wait, oh, that's not even a dress. It's like a shirt and a skirt. Okay, that's pretty nice. I like this. This is a good outfit. The athletic wear, I don't think much athletic wear came in this pack. They're using a lot of base game stuff. I mean, the hairstyle's cool, I guess. Oh man, her swimwear, I do not like. This swimwear just makes me think she's in her underwear. It looks very similar. I was playing with this sim a while, and she would like go through the water and change into her swimwear, and I'm like, why is she in her underwear? This is cute though. For cold weather, she has some like dirty clothes. She's been working. Oh, I like how her boots are dirty. That's a good touch. And then Flapjack. Flapjack is brave, intelligent, and friendly. So yeah, I don't know. There's just not a lot of lore here, really. There are signs. Oh, here it is. Okay. These signs are kind of hard to find, but they're also kind of important. There are these signs throughout the world. So there's a few different things you can do here. You can call the ranch animal exchange to buy a horse, rescue one, or buy many goats and many sheep, which are cool. You can also find some ranch animal info, so that can be useful. Something I really like is that there's community jobs. I think this is really cool. I was kind of sad there wasn't a career, but I think this makes sense. It's like a little job board. You can train a neighbor's horse. You can do a guided morning trail ride. You can even like haul your neighbor's hay. And if you have goats and sheep, you can like bring your goats to graze a neighbor's field or bring sheeps for a kid's party. I think that's cool. I do like this. I think this is nice. Like, I don't know if it really counts as lore, but I feel like it at least makes the neighborhood a little bit more lively. Although if your sim goes to do these, they'll just like go on their own. You won't get to see it. I think that would have been cool if we could like go out into the community, but it's not like there's much of a community here, so that might not work. Anyways, let's learn about the residents. So normally for horse trainer, it's going to be Sienna, but because I'm playing as her, there's another horse trainer, but usually this is Sienna. These two sims are the ones to ask. So Roberto Crinkletop, he's the mysterious rancher. It says, as wise as he is mysterious, Roberto Crinkletop is an expert in ranching and nectar making. Find him around Bits and Bales Mercantile in New Appaloosa Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for a few hours around high noon. So we'll have to make sure to do that to go see him. There is some interesting gameplay when it comes to him. And then the horse trainer just says they can like help improve your horse's abilities and provide helpful ranching tips. And they'll usually be around the equestrian center. Oh, Leah's coming over. You can also hire a ranch hand. I mean, that's a nice feature. It's not really lore or anything. Let's see. A good ranch hand is around from morning to evening and helps out with livestock care, general repairs, and gardening. I think it would have been cool if there was like a way to play as a ranch hand. I've kind of thought about like trying to figure out how to pretend to do that, because I just think that would be kind of fun to like get to play as a ranch hand. Oh, it just brings you to the phone to hire a service. All right. Anyways, let me show you. So there are a few places in town that you can interact with, though emphasis on a few. Here, this is like sort of the middle of town area in front of the equestrian center. So this central building is like a clothes store, but you can change outfit or plan outfits from there. It basically functions the same as like a dresser, but you know, you could pretend your sim is coming to get like cowboy clothing over here. And then over here, this is the store, I think. Yeah. It doesn't even, so the board talked about Bits and Bales grocery store, but it doesn't even like say that here, but I think that's what this is supposed to be. As far as I can tell, none of the other places are interactable. I wish that they made the ones that you could interact with like more obvious. You can buy many goats and many sheep and shop for groceries and goods, and this is also where the mysterious rancher hangs out. I think that's really all there is in the town. I mean, there's a few different places you can like go, and there's some like prairie grass around the world, like over here, but it's not that interesting really. So that's like the town area. There's also a nightclub, a bar, and a like training park place. They're not really that interesting though. I guess let's look at the information about them. Maybe it'll be something interesting. It says the Rusty Horseshoe. It's like less fancy. This is more of like a dancing place, and there is a specific type of like dancing with this pack. It's kind of cool. There's the Oak Barrel, which has like a bunch of nectar. Yeah, if you want to be among fellow nectar aficionados, Oak Barrel is a spot for you. It's supposed to be classy with rustic elegance. And then we have Duke's Hall over here. It's like a horse park, but not many horses actually go there. It just says Duke's Hall, named after the trusty steed of legendary ultimate horse champion Don Gooseman, has everything riders and horses need to rest and prepare for the next competition. It also includes a social space to chat with fellow horse lovers, make Don and Duke proud by winning the Ultimate Horse Championship. Over here, you can actually see Don and his horse Duke, so that's who this is named after. Next, let's look over at this space. So this is called Riders Glen. There's a little bit of lore here. It says, watched over by the trusty Steed Rock known as Old Biscuit to the locals, Riders Glen has been home to generations of ranchers and nectar makers. With open space for ranch animals, ideal conditions for nectar making, and kind neighbors to boot, Riders Glen is a welcome community for all walks of life. So we already looked at the Grove family over here. Then we have 3 empty lots. This is kind of set up as like a place for your sim to move. Let's go look at the nectar making duo. This is our one bit of queer representation in this pack, the nectar making duo. I mean, they're pretty cool. It just says, this duo is working to get their name out into the nectar making scene. Marissa uses her outgoing personality and ambition to network. Danny is a connoisseur who lives for the delicate intricacies of their craft in nectar making. Their relationship can be strained at times, but deep down they have each other's back. So I kind of initially thought this was just like a friendship, but it does seem like they're dating. Also, Danny is non-binary, uses they, them pronouns, so that's cool. Oh, we're already having a tense moodlet. They have unresolved conflict. I think these two have a bit of problems, but they are dating. Their romance is actually higher than Umber and Juniper's was. So let's look at Marissa. She wants to be fabulously wealthy. She's like, you know, kind of like a businesswoman. Kind of reminds me of Beth Sterling from Eco Lifestyle with the whole like ambitious, gotta make that money. I think Marissa's more into nectar selling and Danny's more into the nectar making. Marissa, yeah, like we talked about, has a negative sentiment with Ren, but we don't really know why exactly, just assuming Ren probably did something to annoy her. Roberto, she's impressed with Roberto. It kind of seems like everyone is impressed with Roberto. Danny, Marissa is grudging after a fight with Danny, but it seems like that's only from Marissa's perspective, so Danny like doesn't think anything's wrong. They're just like, yeah, this is chill, we're deeply connected, but Marissa is not doing well. I don't know if that has to do with the conflict with Ren or what's going on. Also, these two have bad compatibility. It seems like these two do not really want to have kids. Marissa dislikes Lullaby's radio music and Danny disliked the kids' radio music. Yeah, Danny is a foodie, a snob, and creative. They have skills in nectar making, violin, and gardening. So yeah, they do more of the gardening, the creating nectar, and Marissa is more about selling the nectar. She also has high comedy and charisma skill, interesting, and photography, maybe taking pictures of the nectar, I don't know. Danny wants to be an expert nectar maker. They also have in their house, I mean, it's kind of fancy, that kind of reflects their whole like orientation towards making money. They do have a little shed out back with a nectar maker in it. Also, there's a basement or a cellar, which is important for aging the nectar. And yeah, I think that's most of what we can get from their house and from them. Let's go look and create a sim. I will say, Marissa is very cute. Her like, the little hairstyle and also her makeup and her clothes, like she's just so cute. So yeah, Marissa uses she, her pronouns. Gender, I'm pretty sure she's like cis and everything. Sexual orientation, she's also like bi or pan. She does have a special walk style. She has the swagger walk, so she's pretty confident in herself. She does actually like nectar making, so maybe Danny isn't the only one doing nectar making. And here is Danny. Danny uses they, them pronouns. They also have a special walk, the tough walk, okay? For gender, we have... Actually, this sim doesn't have any gender, like any different gender customization settings. They just have they, them pronouns, which I mean is fair. Like not every person who uses they, them pronouns, or not every trans person will have any sort of medical transition. So that's fair actually, but it is nice. So we do know they have they, them pronouns, and they're also only attracted to women, though they are exploring romantically. So like maybe they would describe themselves as a lesbian, not like we don't have that that for sure, but I feel like they might. Clothing. Oh, that's kind of cute. I mean, there's some nice stuff in this pack, I guess. Ooh, I like this athletic wear. Honestly, this tattoo is pretty cool. They're wearing a binder. They're wearing a binder as an exercise, I mean, it makes sense. This binder looks a lot more like a sports bra. Generally, you're not supposed to exercise in a binder, but it's not really a binder. It's kind of just a sports bra. So, okay. Oh, there's a nice little robe. That's an interesting party wear. I don't know how I feel about this. This is interesting. That's like a very short dress, but I mean, go for it, I guess. I don't know what's going on with this dress. Oh, I like the hot weather wear. That is cute. So yeah, this is Danny. I like that they have the little bandana here. It's pretty cool. And then Marissa, did I look at all her outfits? Oh, I like this. That dress is cute. Marissa is so cute. Oh, that's a cute dress. I mean, these Sims are cool. I feel like we don't have much like history or understanding of their relationship. It seems like a little bit tense, but we don't really know what exactly is going on. Also, Danny has this like black ring on their middle finger, which is a symbol of being ace, but I don't think they're like set as ace or anything. So that might just be a coincidence. That would have been cool though. I would like to see like ace culture in the Sims like that. Sometimes I give my Sims a black ring on their middle finger to represent being ace. So that's these two and their little nectar making business. From the map view, it seemed like there was sort of some lore in this area. So I guess let's look. There's like an orchard over here. There seems to be a lot of rivers in packs recently. There's a little covered bridge over here that apparently horses can't go on for whatever reason. They have a little no horse sign. Okay, I was having trouble finding the Steed Rock that the world map mentioned, but then I like changed my perspective and yeah, there it is. You could like see it on the horizon. That's pretty cool. I don't know if we can like go over there. It is a rock that looks like a horse. You can't really interact with it, but I guess it's a cool environmental feature. I think that's it for this area though. Let's go to the last area of the world. It's called Galloping Gulch, and this one has some interesting secrets. The information here says it's one of the go-to regions for horse riding. It's chock full of gorgeous trails and stunning outlooks. Explore the gulch's wonders as you honor the noble horses that have passed on at Steed's Rest. Okay, we'll have to find that. Explore the perilous Dreadhorse Caverns, or enjoy time under the stars at Saddle Summit campgrounds. So here, there's like one empty lot. There's a rental house that you can use, and then there's the lot where Don Gooseman lives with his horse. So let's take a look at them. This is the last like official household in this pack. I do want to check out the mysterious rancher as well though. So yeah, Don Gooseman was the mentor to Sienna and Umber's mother, which again, we don't really know anything about her, but okay. This legendary horse champion retired and settled in Galloping Gulch with his trusty steed Duke to live a life of simple pleasures. So yeah, there's Don, there's Duke. Let's go visit them. They do have a private dwelling, so it's sort of like, you know, he's sort of living out his retirement in isolation, though he still goes into town and stuff. Don has some horse riding skill, some fishing skill. He wants to fish. Duke has a lot of skill. He's just an acquaintance with Don. They don't really like each other that much. Cool. I don't think there's anything in Create a Sim, but we'll go check. He does have a specific walk, so it seems like they're using that a little bit more in this pack. He has the goofy walk. He is a horse lover and a loner. Interestingly, he likes romance music and family motivated Sims, even though he's like not really romantic with anyone. He appears to be cis, and yeah, so he's like also bi. Duke Gooseman, I mean, he's a beautiful horse. Don has some like dirty clothes, but though his formal wear is a little fancy. Did they just randomize his swimwear? Why does he have hearing aids only in swimwear? Like I was like, oh cool, he's deaf, but why would he only wear hearing aids in swimwear? Did they just like randomize and they're like, ah, that's good enough? Well, since we're here with Don and Duke, we might as well look around at the world. So from this lot where they live, it's actually a great way to get to the Dreadhorse Caverns. So if you're at this lot, what I do is I look for this stone bridge and then go right past it. And right down here, you're going to see Dreadhorse Caverns. I've been going through this. I want to make like a how-to video on like how to go through Dreadhorse Caverns. And I kind of just assumed it ended at level 10, but so far I'm at level 11 and I haven't found an ending. So I am curious if any of you have gotten further than level 11 or if you've reached an end, like do let me know in the comments. I would like to know because I want to do like a how-to, but I'm not sure like if I just keep trying to reach the end and there is no end and it goes on forever, then that video will probably never come out because I'll be trying to reach the end of Dreadhorse Caverns. We'll go in there real quick just so you can see what the like gameplay is like. It's kind of cool. It's a little bit more involved than a lot of these like wormhole type things. things. So yeah, there's stuff like this. Like there's a bat we have to fight. And so you can do like offense to damage or defense to heal. Yeah, we defeated the creature, and then you get some items, like this time I got 20 simoleons, and you just keep going until you get, like, chased out, or, like, fail something in the cavern. So that's Dreadhorse Caverns. There is a broken bridge over here, and there is a gravestone for an unknown horse here, which, that's sad. Some horse died here, and also the bridge is broken. So that's lore, kind of. Again, it's an unknown horse. We don't really know what happened, but yeah. There is also this area up here that's really, really pretty, and sometimes you'll see like a rainbow over here in the waterfall. There's a little path to like, you can come swim in this. Yeah, you can swim around, so that's cool. Now let's go see about that mysterious rancher. I'm gonna fast forward to Monday because that's when the mysterious rancher shows up. I don't know if this is a problem with this pack, but for some reason I cannot get the sim to eat or finish making food, which is not great. I'm gonna just cheat the needs, but yeah, hopefully that's not like a pack problem. Anyways, it is noon on a Monday, so the mysterious rancher is here, and usually if you're in the world, you'll get this pop-up where he says, if you're looking to sell your homemade nectar, I'd be happy to purchase it for above face value due to the current high demand, and if you click on it, it'll hopefully take you over to see him. Like I said, he's around in front of the store, and he will be for a couple of hours, so it's always a good idea to go over and talk to him. When you do come and talk to him, there's a few things you can ask. So you can ask about longevity, ask about the community, and ask for ranching tips. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And you're probably going to want to get to know him a little bit better because there's some interesting things you can do. So he's given us a little bit of information, some ranching tips. He said horses will provide higher quality manure the better cared for they are. I asked him about the community, and then it just brings up a thing about the community board, and then you can click view board, except it doesn't work. So this is like no help at all. Asking about the community, maybe they'll fix this, but if I click view board, it doesn't do anything. You still have to find the community board yourself, so that was useless. Can I like ask you about longevity, please? Okay, all he said is spinach, spinach, spinach. That is half the battle. Great, but like more, please. I promise there is some lore here, sort of. You just have to keep asking about longevity. He said it again. Do we need to become better friends first? What's happening? Apparently, one of Roberto's traits is he's a romantic. And also if you ask about career, he'll say that he's a mysterious rancher at Mysterious Ranch. Wow, what a great career. I asked him again about his longevity. He said, my friend earned my trust further and I will share more, but no, it's all about the nectar. So we have to be better friends. Sadly, they got rid of the thing where I could just take his picture a bunch of times to become friends, so I guess we'll have to keep talking. Oh, it showed up. Finally, okay. Ask about family nectar recipe. that's what you want to do. So you gotta get, my friendship is about like maybe 60% of the way. Yeah, we just became good friends. And now I can ask him about the family nectar recipe. Okay, so he told me about the vitality nectar. This is important. Ah yes, you're putting the pieces together. Well, you've earned my trust. The next time you're crafting some nectar, try using death flower and spinach, an old family recipe that's quite good for your longevity. Even post-life, as a matter of fact. I have a spare bottle if you'd like to give it a spin, but in the future you'll have to prepare it yourself. I may even have ingredients I can part with from time to time. So this is also interesting. There's kind of a new way to get death flowers easily. I mean, yeah, it depends on how you define easily, but you can ask him for nectar of life ingredients, and he'll either give you spinach or a death flower, which is pretty nice, not having to like go try to find it in a shop or like try to splice stuff together to get it. Okay, we're getting something. Ah, yeah, we just got it. We caught him just after a death flower harvest. Great, perfect. We also got a vitality nectar. It's not so much of a culinary invention as a bizarre alchemical joke. The overwhelming crush of death itself flipped upside down by the humble spinach. Effects help Sims feel happy, extends vitality for the living by a little and for the dead by a lot. If nectar is at least slightly aged, Sims get a bit more vitality and a happy feeling persists after the nectar wears off. So we want to let it age by like not opening it for a while and it'll have better effects. But I think basically you can bring someone back to life with this. If we drink it now, I mean, she hasn't aged that much, but I would guess if we drank it, it'll probably like move our aging bar back a little bit. That's really what you want to catch Roberto for, is to get this vitality nectar and the ingredients for it. Although, I'm going to add him to my family, so we see if we can find any more information about him. He's not, like, in the world, you know, he's just kind of, like, he shows up sometimes. So there's less information about him, but I do wonder if it's supposed to be like he's been drinking the vitality nectar, like maybe he'll never die because of that or something. He's romantic, a rancher, good. He doesn't really have anything in his genealogy. Like, he says it's a family recipe, but there's not, I don't know, there's not much information we actually get about it. I kind of want to see this vitality nectar bring someone back to life. Let's see if I can cause a death real quick. He's slain by a vicious killer rabbit, because for some reason that's the one kill cheat we just randomly have. Oh, there's not even a rabbit here, but here, yeah, there, okay. Listen, I just want to see how the vitality nectar works, okay? You know, I thought it would be easier to get his ghost to come out, I will admit. When does the ghost come out? Come on, Roberto. Hello? I couldn't get Roberto to show up, so I just added another ghost to my household. So here's Felix. Okay, the vitality nectar might be broken. Does it need to be aged to work? Okay, there we go. Okay, are we turning back to alive? Okay, we turned from a ghost. So yeah, vitality nectar. There's also like, can you just continue to drink it forever? It didn't go away. I don't know how many servings this has, but yeah, you can use it to bring a dead sim back to life, but you do have to go through the trouble of getting their ghost to actually like be in your household and stuff. So maybe don't kill the mysterious rancher in your game. I was wondering if he got replaced as the mysterious rancher since he's dead. No, he's just gone. Okay. I don't know if he would end up getting replaced, but yeah, maybe don't kill the mysterious rancher in your game. I'm interested to hear what you all think about this pack. Can what we have really be counted as lore? I feel like there's some beginnings of stuff that could be lore, but there's, I don't know, it just doesn't go anywhere. It feels pretty hollow. And then as far as representation, like I explained, like there is definitely, it tells us like Umber wants to honor his native heritage and Sienna shares her indigenous wisdom, but it just feels very fake. There's no depth to it. There's no real family history. And then in the town, like there's sort of hints at a deeper story, but it's almost like they just left it up to us to come up with a story, which, you know, I mean, it is The Sims. That is generally, that's part of what you do. But I know a lot of people, including myself, really would like to see some more lore. I think previous packs have done a better job of this. Even like the Werewolves pack, I think did a much better job of lore than this pack, for sure. There's just a lot missing here. That's not well fleshed out. Like there are these queer Sims as well. I don't know, their relationship doesn't feel very real to me. It just feels kind of hollow. Like, oh yeah, they make nectar and sell it and stuff. And like one of them is non-binary. I don't feel like I know who most of these Sims are. There just doesn't seem to be a depth or a history to this place as much as it pretends that there is a history. So yeah, let me know in the comments what your thoughts are about this. Is there any lore or stuff that I missed? And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.